Yeah, yay, let's go, Vikes.
And he just kind of drifted across the line, and Daniel Faalele, can't kind of get in between. He's got to kind of work to get to his inside so he doesn't allow Jonathan Allen.
Need this as my birthday gift going into Monday. Come on, Vikes, win for me today so I can celebrate good tomorrow with a victory speech.
Third down and long. To the sideline for Andrews and out of bounds at the 19. Metellus with the tackle, but Andrews couldn't turn it upfield. And the Ravens will bring the punt team on. They don't have to punt it before the end of this first quarter. And they are not going to punt it before the end of the quarter. Well, we're sad to report on the passing of former NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, decades with the league, commissioner from 1989 until September 1st of 2006. Moose, I know he was...
Damn, everybody just died.
Yeah, my entire career did a great job in building the NFL after Pete Rozelle and turning it over to Roger Goodell now. So, sad day for everybody that's involved with the NFL.
Now I want my haters to get in here right now. Michael V, Roy Boss, I want y'all punk asses to get in here now. Minnesota, Oregon, Friday night. Ooh, that's going to be good. I just can't believe Vikings up 7-3. This is good.
That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
If insurance companies treated injured people fairly, I'd be out of a job and just have to do something else. But unfortunately, they never do. Give us a call and demand fairness for yourself. For a higher level of representation, call 612-TSR-TIME.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens at Minnesota Vikings. Baltimore Ravens at Minnesota Vikings. Baltimore Ravens.
Feast or famine. We talked about this to start the show. Fourth quarter in week one, first quarter last week, the numbers are outstanding. Calm seas on that Viking ship, but some crashing waves the other 10 quarters. Now, Where do we characterize quarter one of this game? Is he on the calm seas or is he on the crashing waves?
It's too early to tell right now. I'm very impressed with how he came out. I love that opening drive because he was taking what the defense was giving him, which was one of those things that Kevin O'Connell and the staff have been preaching to him. But then you got to see how well he can throw the deep ball with the connection to Jalen Naylor.
Checking deep again. Nobody open. That ball tipped at the line, and it's incomplete. Travis Jones, I think, got a piece of that one, and it'll bring up second down. Well, that first drive that you talk about for the Vikings, and that long ball ended the drive, but he found Jefferson early, and then the long pass to Jalen Naylor.
And does it get any better than that? I mean, standing in and taking the hit from Kyle Hamilton and then dropping a deep shot right into the right spot for Jalen Naylor. I mean, it was an excellent opening series, but we've seen that from J.J. McCarthy this year. First quarter, fourth quarter, on the road in division rivals. But can we do it for 4?
The screen to Jones. To the edge, and Roquan Smith chasing him out near the 49-yard line. When you see the face paint, we saw behind the curtain, Allison, the reveal of 9.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy's alter ego, he's calling 9, and it's a far deviation from the guy at Michigan that would draw a smiley face on his wrist before games. But he said he wants to tap into the anger and frustration of missing so much time with injury. He said the part of me was always there, but now I use it to fuel me more. Very different than who we see pregame with the meditation and the visualization. When he takes the field now, it is his alter ego fueled by that anger. 9.
Baltimore's finished. You ain't finna rule my birthday present for tomorrow. No, you not. No, you not.
That's a first down. To the 33 of Baltimore. He picks up 18 before Malachi Starks can bring him down.
And you're just, kind of...
Baltimore is finished, man.
The opportunity to get it to Justin Jefferson, you're going to see him check. You got a lot of coverage that way. Comes back, stays poised again in the pocket. Watch the pressure. Here comes Travis Jones. He's right there. He's kind of collapsing things inside, but he stays in there. And again, that is the most important part.
5 and 4.
Quarterback. Are you really in danger? Is there a threat, or is it just getting a little bit uncomfortable? We've seen him twice today kind of hang in there and make some really nice throws.
Toss play Jordan Mason and all kinds of traffic around Mason. He'll lose yardage. Teddy Buchanan, the first there. And we were talking with JJ about this 9, this alter ego. And he said, one of the things my mentor at Michigan, Greg Harden, who passed away in September of last year.
Vikings go to win. Head into Monday morning. I gotta talk my morning victory. Vikings win.
Winning the game. It's hard. This is a very challenging game, and the guys that can do that.
And I need another birthday present tomorrow.
You pull the helmet on and the switch goes on.
I need the Eagles to beat the Packers. I can have a good ass birthday week.
Some of these guys off the field, but then watch what they do on the field.
Here's McCarthy in some trouble. He'll tuck it and run. Decisive to pull it down and move it forward to the 31-yard line.
Oh, thank you. This is my present for tomorrow. Vikings are winning.
And again, just kind of watch him work through everything. This has been another really good start when you talk about the progression. You can see he was on to 3 when he wanted to throw the little swing pass out to the right, but felt the defender was too close.
Yes, it will.
And he just pull it down, and as Kevin said, that quick decision, young quarterbacks.
It will come true.
Rely on their legs a little bit more, maybe. If you can make those decisions quickly, they're going to be much more beneficial for you.
Already
3-4
today on third down.
Stop being a self-hater.
3rd and 8, and we've got a flag down and some movement up front, likely going to make it 3rd and 13.
Before the snap, ball start by the center. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Blake Brando, and that's that position that we talked about on the offense.
Don't worry, your team gonna lose tomorrow. I'm not even worried.
Together because Ryan Kelly's been on the IR with a concussion. They've had 3 guys take over 100 snaps at center this season. That's a big number for each of those 3 guys to have at the biggest position on the offensive line.
Yeah, I agree. It used to be an undervalued position, but the way the game has kind of evolutionized here recently over the last few years, that center position has become more important because you're putting more on his plate and taking a little bit off the quarterback. And when you talk about a young quarterback like J.J. McCarthy, if he could have that consistency at the center position, it would help.
Here's Jefferson looking for a block and cannot get away from the rookie Malachi Starks. That is an outstanding play by the first-round pick out of Georgia, fighting through all that traffic to get the tackle and force the field goal unit on.
Yeah, trying to see a couple of screens out here against these two defenses, and they're just extremely quick. It's going to be hard. I mean, the timing has to be perfect. Getting that blocking element out in front has to be timed up efficiently. So these are going to be two teams that are hard to run screens
Oh, he
against
gonna kick
because of the
62
style
yards.
of the defenses and the
Damn.
athleticism they have.
49-yard try for Riker.
Oh,
And the kick right down the middle.
he nailed that kick.
To extend the lead to 10-3.
Go Vikings, baby.
10,000 lakes and a few waterfalls, too. Ravens and Vikings on Fox.
Get 2.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra EV Denali models. Plus, current.
Yeah, don't be mad because my Vikings up 10-3 and your squad play tomorrow night. So
Ally helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
Miller time started in 1975. And the
for now, temporary.
a light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller's.
Don't you be a
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
How about those old Miss Rebels too? How about those old Miss Rebels too? They moving good, and they got a chance to still make it in a playoff spot over Bama. That's sad.
Start Saturday strong with big news.
That's 2 years in a row Alabama didn't make the playoffs.
Big Ten football takes over Richmond
Yeah.
and takes on Northwestern.
Ooh.
It's big news Saturday on Fox. Today's game on Fox is sponsored by McDonald's and by GMC. We are professional grade.
Just heartbreaking news this week in the National Football League. The death of Marshawn Elam, a moment of silence before the game. So many players thinking about this young talent gone all too soon. If you or someone you know is struggling or needs emotional,
I don't try to go to a football game next season, I promise.
The suicide and crisis lifeline.
Next Vikings game, I want to try to go early next year. It's too late now. And go live from it.
Call and get that help, please. Let's go to the goal line for the Ravens. Ravens down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was a tough week in Dallas. The football family, it's so hard when you lose somebody like that. We lost players during my years, and Kevin makes a great point. And you know, if you have a question, reach out. You know, don't let somebody take that journey alone. Greg Ellis is heartbroken right now because he's been working with Marshawn Elam, and you know the guilt that he's feeling right now because he didn't stay in as constant touch as he feels he could have made an impact. So to his girlfriend Catalina, to the entire family that has been impacted by the loss of Marshawn Elam, our thoughts and prayers go out to you. But please, everybody, let's start to learn from these losses.
Lamar Jackson able to break away and avoid the sack. Jonathan Grenard had it.
Lamar Jackson,
so
who?
it seemed, but the slippery Ravens quarterback able to get free.
Well, I was a little emotional there, so I'm not really sure what to say. So we'll watch Derrick Henry go through here.
Watch the escapability of Lamar Jackson is something that has been a hallmark of his career.
But that ball security, again, we showed that little clip from last week, and it's one of the things that he's developed, and sometimes we have younger quarterbacks or the mobile quarterbacks get careless, and it's something that he's made sure he's not doing.
Henry trying to get skinny in the hole there, which is hard when you're 252 pounds. And he's
Vikings are shutting down the Baltimore's defense.
5 to go for the first on 3rd down.
How about this Vikings defense? I mean, we focused on the quarterbacks coming into this game and them both getting healthy and getting back on the field. But, you know, these injuries have hit both of these teams very hard. And we've had a number of players out on both defensive sides of the ball for the Ravens, for the Vikings. This Vikings.
Yeah, it's a lot of purple in that stadium.
Key losses. When he's back, this is just a different defense.
Now they're showing pressure. Doesn't always mean that pressure's coming, but it is this time. Jackson's pass deflected by Van Ginkel at the line, and it's incomplete. You speak of Andrew Van Ginkel, and he makes the big play on 3rd down to force the punt team on.
And I think the one thing that everybody talked about when we discussed the defense and getting people back was just how smart he is. And you can see right there, he's not going to get past Roger Rosengard to get to the quarterback. So you separate, you elevate, you tip a pass. That was very close to being intercepted by the Vikings.
Well, Blake Cashman told us, he said, look, give him credit. He doesn't get enough credit for his high IQ. Make sure you give him the credit for his high IQ. Miles Price from the 16. Oh, a little bobble, and he didn't call for the fair catch. He's fortunate to hang on to that one because Keon Martin was right on the doorstep. Oh, you are living dangerously, Miles Price. That's a little bobble. Able to secure it.
Yep. This is a good game.
Gemini, which of these would be a little less expected?
Check out the alliums. They go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday if they're kept in water.
Something about the way we're working just isn't working. When you're caught up in complex pay requirements, or distracted by scheduling staff in multiple time zones, or thinking about the complexity of working in Monterey while based in Montreal, you're not doing the work you're meant to do. But with HR, pay, time, talent, and analytics all in a single AI-powered people platform, you can do the work you're meant to do.
All persons missing out, Roy Boss.
$6.99 and Call of Duty Black Ops 7 rewards.
Feel my wrath.
Nobody games like Deal Deer.
Get slices and sticks in Call of Duty in-game rewards. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza, pizza.
I shop for a lot of the same things. That's why I like Pays, the online checkout from the same banks and credit unions we already use.
No app to download, same time as taste. Nice.
Check out online with Pays.
Hi. Ready for an ultra?
Racy for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra. Superior like beer.
Simple games, serious money. 99 to beat. All new Wednesdays on Fox.
Week 10 continues later today on CBS and Fox, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Steelers face the Chargers on NBC. And Week 10 concludes with Monday Night Football as the Eagles square up against the Packers on ESPN and ABC. Then Week 11 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, just 29 calories.
Vikings with the ball and a 10-3 lead, 9-10 remaining in the first half in the Twin Cities. J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings starting from their 16-yard line. Here's Jones with the carry over the right side, and he gets to the 22, a pickup of 6.
Ravens don't have a running game.
And back we go to Los Angeles, where Carissa Thompson has game break.
Thank you, Kevin. Giants looking to snap their 3-game losing streak, down 7 in Chicago. Jackson Dart with a nice fake pitch, takes it in himself. Giants Bears tied at 7.
All right, Carissa, thanks so much. On second down, good pickup by Jones on the pressure. That gave McCarthy time to find Jefferson for Vikings first down.
Yeah, and it's not just what you do with the football in your hand when you're running. It's also, how good of a pass protector you are. And we've talked about this, right? Here he comes, Kyle Hamilton. Boom, look at that. Face mask right into the chest. That is textbook by Aaron Jones. That is outstanding pass protection.
So a first down and 10 for the Vikings at the 33. And movement on the right side of the offensive line.
Last start by the offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, second down.
The two-time Pro Bowler Brian O'Neill moving early. Kevin O'Connell last week, their first game with 2 offensive touchdowns in the first half. And it's not a surprise that last week was the first game that they had J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Jones Sr. and their top 3 wide receivers. I don't believe that to be a coincidence, Daryl.
No. I think that probably goes hand in hand. And just, both of these teams just missing so many key players. It's great to see them getting back and getting back into the fold.
On first and 15, pocket collapsing on McCarthy, and it's batted down at the line. Taven Bryan, who was just brought up from the practice squad for this game, the former first-round pick of the Jaguars, spikes it to the turf.
Yeah, again, just kind of working that middle of the field and good progression. And it's C.J. Okoye there, number 91, the big guy. That was one of the people that Kevin O'Connell talked to us about. He goes, yeah, they got a couple of guys in there. John Jenkins, 94. He's like 360, and C.J. Okoye, he's like 370 pounds. I think we might need to get on the outside a little bit before we come back to the middle of the defense on that run game.
All 3 McCarthy incompletions now are Baltimore passes defended in the stat column. McCarthy finds Adam Thielen, and Thielen
Okay.
out there on the field and gets to the 37.
Vikings are moving the ball.
Drop him a pickup of 9.
You watch Aaron again. Aaron Jones in pass protect, now going to the inside, and you see again, he's got that helmet in the middle. Now you're going to have to throw this one hot. And how many times already have we seen with guys bearing down on J.J. McCarthy, not really impacted, staying in that pocket, going through his progression, delivering that football.
Third and 6. Steps away. McCarthy floating it for Jefferson downfield, and it's intercepted.
Damn.
By Malachi Starks. His first career interception. And Starks looking for some running room, tracked down from behind by Jordan Addison.
Damn.
But the first round pick camping out underneath that ball, and has his first NFL interception.
Just because you've broken contain and are scrambling up in the pocket doesn't automatically mean you can go down the field on an explosive.
Ravens with an interception.
For J.J. McCarthy here this afternoon after a good start.
I'm like so starstruck.
He's so much taller in person.
I'm struggling with his proportions.
Yeah, because you're taking too long. One time I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app. Give it to the right G? Yeah. If they can work wonders that fast, why can't I? Voila.
Spitting image. Show up.
What was that?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know what a girl's best friend is? Not diamonds. Wires.
That's okay.
Two-topping pizzas for just $6.99.
Vikings get the ball back in the second half anyway.
You could get something
Still
else for
10-3.
$6.99 each instead. Your choice. But it's hard to beat $6.99 pizzas from Domino's.
Here, I'll take a photograph. Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5? No, it ain't. It's Gillette's best shape. And its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer. Hey, Joe, come down my cheeks.
Dad,
Gillette, the best the man can get. Keeps getting better.
Hey, what's up?
Hunting for holiday deals. We both have a lot of specific wish lists.
Wish list nailed. Best Buy has new doorbusters every Friday all season.
Every Friday?
Get new doorbusters every Friday all season long at Best Buy.
Visa's fraud protection helps keep your purchases safe from scammers. It's like they're in the strong hands of Christian McCaffrey. You scammers better watch your back.
You scammed your last scam, scammer.
What you gonna do now? No one is more secure than Visa.
Football is everything to me.
He's the quarterback at USC.
It's a huge opportunity, but nothing is guaranteed. Keep your eye on the ball. I've had to fight to get here.
Nice catch, quarterback.
Saturday, it's a huge doubleheader. First, 8th-ranked BYU battles number 4 UConn. Then, 2nd-ranked South Carolina takes on USC. It's a huge doubleheader, Saturday on Fox.
I'm robbing Malachi Starks of his interception last week against Miami. I feel terrible. It's his second career interception, not his first. Sorry, Malachi. But now an interception in back-to-back games for the rookie. The Ravens go to work, first down and 10. Here's Henry up the gut to the 25-yard line. Let's go back to that now. Second career interception.
Yeah, there's really nowhere for J.J. McCarthy to go with the football, but what you're going to see is the potential for the running lane to be open. So all these routes are starting to develop, but you can see that there's pretty tight coverage there. We're going to clear, we're going to step up. Now, nothing really changed. That picture didn't really change from when you put your back foot in the ground to when you climbed in that pocket. There was some space there, and we've seen how athletic he is. Sometimes you wonder if you overcoach somebody, and you just, hey, you know, there's always going to be a spot for you to go with the football. There wasn't there. Make that decision, pull it down, and get some positive yards.
And they ruled him touched down by contact after the pick, which is why the Ravens are back on this end of the field as Lamar Jackson scrambles for a first down to the 33-yard line.
And here we go. Here's the flip side of it, right? I mean, this is probably going to look very, very similar to that last play. Drop back, back foot hits the ground, nowhere to go, a little bit of progression, climb the pocket, and just get some positive yards, get that first down. So those are things, again, we talked about J.J. McCarthy. He has to play this game and experience certain things so he can be coached by Kevin O'Connell and the rest of that staff. And this is just going to be a process, and I know we don't like to hear that word, but it is going to be a process that J.J. McCarthy goes through.
Jackson with a scramble again.
There you go. Stop him. Stop. Oh, come on.
Jalen Redmond with a flag down in the secondary on the near sideline.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 7. The penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
It's Byron Murphy in the automatic first down.
Yeah, see, you're trying to get a little bit of a jam here, and it just gets up a little bit high. Yeah, you're kind of going one-on-one with Rashad Bateman, and you try to get that hand down, it just climbs a little bit on you, and you catch that hands to the face penalty.
So a first down and 10. Jackson incomplete. Isaiah Likely looking back at his quarterback going, wait, was that for me?
And you wonder how much flexibility they have, because this is going to be a tough pre-snap, post-snap transition. And you know, it's kind of one of those areas where you're trying to find that soft spot in the zone, and you're reading it one way, the quarterback's seeing it a different way, and that's something that Brian Flores will do to you, because he brings everybody up to the line of scrimmage to threaten you with the blitz, gives you a little bit of that bluff, and everybody drops out into zone drops.
Henry on 2nd and 10.
There you go. Stop him. Stop him.
Gets past Harrison Smith, and the king of the stiff arm delivers another for a first down for Baltimore.
I tell you, somebody this big should not be able to be this fast. And one of the things that I've kind of seen a little bit here, you know, during the course of the season is everybody always says, hey, You can't let Derrick Henry get downhill on you. Well, now you're seeing this really good lateral slide that he's had here over the last couple of games, and very impressive when everything is blocked up in the middle and you're not letting him get downhill. He's getting to the outside and then getting downhill.
On first down, T-Bechilln spry to the outside, and he's got a first down or close to it. Did he step out? We're going to wait and see on the spot, but he's very close to the first down.
He lost the ball as he got to the sideline, Kevin. Watch this one. I think it's going to be interesting to see where the ball goes out of bounds, because he's moving so fast that, whoosh. I thought the ball came out. Yeah, there it is.
And goes straight out 9 yards away from the original starting spot. So a pickup of 9 as the ball squirts out. As he goes out of bounds, so does the ball. First down and more. T-Bechilln into the secondary and down inside the 20. Rodgers and Smith after the 22-yard run.
It was doing good for a minute against the Ravens. There, here we go.
You ready, Kevin? It's all because of the fullback, right? There's Patrick Ricard, and we're just going to come up there, and we're going to get a nice little block right there. And just follow 42. That's all you got to do. And look, we got a nice little lane right through there, just clear as a bell.
It's so simple. Only 11 teams will the fullback watch that play. Other teams.
Yeah, there's 21 other teams that could be doing that exact same thing.
And getting that kind of yardage guaranteed every play. From the 18 on first down, they'll try it again. And this time Dallas Turner filled that hole quickly and a loss back to the 20-yard line. All right, maybe it's not guaranteed that you get that kind of play with the fullback in there every time.
Well, Patrick had his block. It was the backside pursuit. We got to get the backside pursuit cut off. We can't do everything.
Second down at 12. Darrell Johnston, president of the Fullbacks Union of America. 6 runs, 1 pass on this drive. The ground game working for Baltimore. They're in scoring position, down 7. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. Jackson to Zay Flowers, and Flowers upfield and yanked down as he gets to the 11 by Isaiah Rodgers. That will likely take us to the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis.
Gotta shut this window. It's a little cold now.
Good ball game. Yeah, 2 teams trying to find their way back after rough starts. Jones got it going early for the Vikings. Ravens knocking on the door in a 7-point game on Fox.
We've been framed. You're in trouble, so we hit it up. He's figuring right now.
This Thanksgiving, I want the fox and that rabbit. I would like to call a partner meeting.
No, we have to clear our names.
I've got eyes on them. We need to just lay low. Flash, 100-yard dash. We need to get across town, ignore the loss.
No problem.
Disney's Zootopia 2. Tickets available now.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Evo, no! Come back!
Love this commercial.
Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic,
Cumin, coriander, it's super tender.
juicy. People love it. And it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're going to want to put it on everything. 10 out of 10 closure.
Chris, what are you doing? Getting ready for game day. It's only my second favorite holiday ever.
Chris?
Not now, Patricia. It is game day. Sports. Ooh, buffalo wings. I didn't know buffaloes had wings. You can never be too prepared for game day, all right? Hey, Tim! Go on, buddy! Oh, sorry.
Make game day a holiday at Target.
You're so strong.
Christian Gonzalez is truly incredible. One of a kind. The most impressive thing about him really is the work that he does with mental health awareness.
Being able to partner with Kyle Cares, it means a lot. We want to let people know it's okay to speak up,
to be able to, talk about mental health and be the one people want to come talk to, I love it for sure. We're more than NFL players, we're people too.
Start your Saturday strong as Michigan clashes with Northwestern at a special venue, historic Wrigley Field. It all starts with Big Noon kickoff at 10 a.m. Eastern, live from the heart of Chicago. That's Michigan Northwestern, Big Noon Saturday, only on Fox. 3rd down and 3. Henry into the arms of Eric Wilson. And it'll bring up 4th down.
That's right, Vikings. Get a stop.
Eric Wilson. It was fun sitting down with Blake Hatchman and just kind of going through everybody and what, the way he talked about each player. And Eric Wilson is just one of those guys. He's a true pro. The glue guy. I love when you hear a fellow player call somebody, he's one of our glue guys. And those are guys that usually don't get a lot of credit, but you put them in a position to make plays, and they just continue to take advantage of those opportunities. And Eric Wilson, throughout his career, has been the epitome of a glue guy.
6 of 14 on 4th down this year. Wanted him to move, did Lamar Jackson, and the timeout is called before the flag.
You wonder if you can even draw your defense offsides here because it's so loud.
I wondered the same.
I can't hear anything anyways. I'm waiting for movement.
Is the defense going to do anything? I don't think so. Coming up on the Verizon halftime, Kirk Terry, Howie, Michael, and Gronk. Shuck feeds Olave, a battle of the run game in snowy Chicago, and much more coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Is Gronk going to repel again?
I think 1 repel per day is all he gets in his contract. That's it. He would probably do it again if asked, and I say probably knowing 100% he would do it again.
I can't do that. I got an issue with heights. I don't think that's stepping over the outside of the building. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
The good news is we are not asking you to do any of that.
Thank you.
Here's Tyler Luke on to try the 28-yard field goal. Good from 44 earlier.
It's 10-6.
To put 3 more on the board. 1:11 remaining in the second quarter, and a 10-6 lead for the Vikings.
Dude, Ravens is done. They're not winning this game.
Side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder.
Imagine what could be Cobenfy.
Imagine what could be Cobenfy.
Where are the other guys?
They're up playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
We're the replacers. Sir, I'm gonna have to confiscate this.
My watch?
Well, not anymore.
I love that watch.
Rated mature.
You must be Doc Martin.
For Dr. Best.
Doc Martin?
Doc Martin. Doc Martin.
Doc Martin.
Dr. Best, actually.
Welcome to Poor When, Dr. Best, actually.
Part of you being a doctor here is knowing your patients.
I don't care about silly little festivals or gossip like everyone else in this town. I'm here to work.
Just leave me alone.
You're the A word, the B word, and the F word. You're a real charmer, aren't you? Come on.
Admit it.
You're starting to lie, didn't you?
Release me, please.
Most days, there's no way these kids are up before 11. They know big news in town. What's the key to a win today, Matt? Back when I won the Heisman, what do I say? Ingram, how's my hair, huh? Don't skip leg day, coach. Is this my camera? Where's my camera? What's this?
Get off the way. Hey, wake up! It's only 6 more hours to kick off.
Spoon Ridge and Cherry Fountain in the Twin Cities.
I thought that was your dessert last night.
No, that's just this game is just the cherry on top for a great weekend in Minnesota.
There you go. Very poetic.
So we try occasionally. Miles Price waiting for the opportunity to return. And Price about 3 yards deep. He'll take a knee and we'll take a trip to Los Angeles and check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, today we honor the brave men and women who protect our country, and we thank you for your service. Coming up on the Verizon halftime, the guys will have all the highlights from the early games, including Bronx Pats against Bronx Bucks. We'll see you then.
Salute to service. Switching out the soldier here in Minnesota. We're ready for the final 1:11 of this first half. 2 timeouts for the Vikings. And a 1st and 10 at the 35 after the touchback. McCarthy, short to Addison, makes the catch, and he's down just across the 41-yard line. See how aggressive Minnesota gets trying to double up. They won the toss and elected to defer, so they'll have the ball to start the second half.
Well, we always hear about, it's the style of the offense, it's the culture we're trying to create. Kevin O'Connell is always going to be aggressive as an offensive play caller.
On 2nd and 5, McCarthy to the sideline, incomplete. He wanted Addison again. Chidobe Awuzie there to cover his opposite number, and now 3rd and 5. Ravens have to assume with a stop. They'll use a timeout if needed and try to put themselves in position for points before halftime. On 3rd down, Draymond Jones with pressure. McCarthy gets away and throws this away. Brian had the late pass rush, but Draymond Jones was there first.
That's exactly what you wanted to achieve when you made this trade. Here he is coming from the outside, number 41. A little dip under Brian O'Neill right there. That was the only pressure. Everything else had kind of held up good.
However, the quarterback is out of the pocket and got the ball beyond the line of scrimmage, so there is no foul for intentional grounding. It's 4th down.
So that is exactly what this franchise was trying to do, making that trade to get Draymond Jones to come in. And that's from the outside. Again, you see him, here he comes off that edge, but let's not forget, he can slide inside. And we talked about John Jenkins and C.J. Okoye, and there's some big bodies inside, but if you can get that type of pressure now, coming from the inside as well, that's going to bode well for this Ravens defense down the stretch.
Zach Gore told us they haven't had a guy like that who can do both of those things, rush inside and out, since Zadarius Smith. Wester fields it at the 5. LaJonte Wester, good return up the sidelines and banged out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Big hit at the end of that play from Tyler Batty, the rookie from BYU.
They are still celebrating. I mean, he is working through his blocker, and good hustle down there for the defensive lineman.
So 30 seconds remaining in the first half, and from the 25-yard line, Lamar Jackson and company will go to work, down by 4. The coaching continues for the young quarterback. Short of the middle to Justice Hill, and Hill with a 1st down. And a timeout used. 37-yard line. Blake Cashman on the tackle after the 12-yard gain, and the timeout used by the Ravens. Now this from State Farm.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the strength of this King Henry, but getting that King Henry.
Huzzah! Salutations! I'm here to lead the team. No, I don't want it. Solo Seri, behold my majestic strides.
You okay?
No, I am not.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I am so happy we are not calling the game with that other King Henry out here.
He tried to get into the booth with us. We said no. First down and 10. Pressure coming. Jackson gets rid of it to the sideline. It's likely did not get out of bounds, and then the ball came out at the end of the play. Officials are saying he is down. It is a first down. They must have ruled that he got out of bounds, too. He stretched that ball at the end.
Yeah, he was definitely out of
to get out
bounds.
of bounds on the sideline through Fabian Moreau. Good play by Likely.
It's smart because you're on top of Fabian Moreau, but just to your point, Kevin, in that situation, understand what the offense is trying to do here and get out of bounds on your own. It's not about yardage right now, it's about the time.
Here's Jackson. Floats it over the middle, back to get it to Zay Flowers, and he turns upfield. Flowers ducks out of bounds at the 25, and the Ravens now well within scoring range after the 27-yard pitch and catch from Jackson to Flowers.
Or if you're Zay Flowers, you can do both. You can get yards and you can get back out of bounds. Just finding that soft spot in the middle. You can see those linebackers being held, and a lot of times that's because, you know, the quarterback is climbing up in the pocket. And there again, great ball security, almost a tip by Jonathan Grenard, but really another good throw over the top of defenders by Lamar Jackson.
200th career catch for Zay Flowers, and now the timeout used by Minnesota. Ravens likely going to take one shot at the end zone here, Daryl, just to see if they could put 6 on the board and try to grab the lead before they go into the locker room.
Well, the great thing is that they've got that one timeout left, so they've got the entire field at their access. And you talk about the time it takes to run a play. It obviously depends on how far downfield you want to get everybody, but let's say 6 or 7 seconds from the 25-yard line would be a safe buffer, so you got plenty of time right there. You get that timeout called if you're caught or tackled in bounds. The big thing is, you know, realize that you're on schedule. If you're scrambling and doing other things like that, then that changes the whole dynamic of play when you only got 10 seconds left.
Jackson, pressure comes and he's planted in the turf. Dallas Turner with the sack. But
That was a sack, though.
And this looks like it may be roughing on Turner.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense into 15, body weight, it's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's the body weight aspect of the penalty, and it's 15 yards.
Yeah, and you got to do everything you can to kind of get off of the quarterback. So you're going to beat him to the outside. You're coming in. Now you got to turn, and you can kind of see he kind of lifts him up, and he's kind of coming down at that angle. I know it's frustrating for everybody watching this defensive player that they ask these guys to do so much to make sure that they're not doing anything to hurt that quarterback. But that is exactly the type of play that the NFL is trying to get out. When you've got all that weight, you're both of your feet are off the ground, you're driving the quarterback into the ground.
And it's the textbook body weight play.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of defensive guys that love it, but it's the textbook play that penalty is in there for. Even if he just rolls a little bit to the side off of the body of Lamar Jackson as he's bringing him down, he's going to be fine.
Trying to make an attempt. I mean, there was no attempt there to get his body weight off of Lamar Jackson.
So now a 30-yard field goal try for Tyler Luke. And we've got a one-point game in Minneapolis with 2 seconds to play in the first half.
Side Baltimore trying to catch up.
So 3 field goals today for Tyler Luke. And maybe a little more defensive prowess than we expected in this game with these offenses fully healthy. So a team in both Minnesota and Baltimore that have been trying to get healthy, they get healthy, but the offenses have been stymied a little bit in this one.
Yeah, I think we had so much focus on our quarterbacks in this game, kind of getting back in the fold last week and playing well that, you know, we really kind of focused on that. But gosh, there are so many really good defensive players that have been in and out of the lineup for both of these teams. And you look at that Baltimore Ravens front end, and they've been hit hard with injuries across that defensive line. And to be able to get Draymond Jones to come in, we were excited to see what he was going to add to this defense and how he was going to change it.
So 2 seconds left until halftime in a 10-9 ball game. Miles Price, about a yard out of the end zone, up the field he comes. Barring a penalty, the final play of the first half. Price upended at the 25 at halftime.
10-9
in Minnesota. Time to get more stats with Geico. A first half that sees a 1-point game. More on the ground for Baltimore, more through the air for Minnesota. Even across the board for the most part, and almost even on the scoreboard. Minnesota will get the football to start the second half with a 1-point lead, 10-9. So the Vikings and Ravens locked up in a good one here in Minnesota. And Moose, a tight ball game here between Minnesota and Baltimore. Vikings will get the second half kickoff, a 10-9 halftime lead.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime. Michael barely containing himself over that call.
That was a bad call. You know, they talk about getting to the side and getting your weight off the quarterback. It's impossible in the flow of the game. He's just trying to make a play. He's going to hurt himself trying to avoid hurting somebody else. Any other person on that field, if you get hit like that, they just move on to the next
time they pancake a defensive lineman, I want to see it.
At what point do we realize quarterbacks play football too? We're all playing football.
And that was the difference between a field goal to make it a 1-point game at halftime and not. So it is 10-9. The Vikings with the lead at halftime of that game. As we look around the rest of the National Football League, look at this. The Giants on the road at the Bears, up by a field goal. Jackson Dart with a touchdown run in that contest as they go to halftime. The Saints try to pull the upset in the NFC South on the road. They lead Carolina 10-7. Meanwhile, elsewhere around the NFL, it's New England 14-10 on top of the Buccaneers. The Bills getting shut out in the first half, down in Miami 16-0. Dolphins on top. Jaguars all over the Texans 20-3 to count right there. And it's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. It's a battle going on in the Meadowlands. Earlier today in overtime over in Germany, the Colts.
Boo the Colts.
To 25 winners over the Falcons. 3 touchdowns, 244 yards rushing by Jonathan Taylor in that game. All right, Michael, let's talk about your game.
You know, I'm looking at J.J. McCarthy. You can see why they love him and all these things. But he's made some great plays out there. Here you go, 3rd and 4. And here just, you know, takes what's there. Lost a nice ball up to Naylor, who catches it, just makes an incredible run after the catch for 62 yards. That set up the Jones TD later in the drive. And here, 3rd and 4. Great job, little fake, looks off the safety, delivers the ball to Naylor on the middle for 18 yards. And here, 3rd and 6, this is what you can't do. Step through the pressure. You can run it, but no, he tried to make a hero shot, throws it down there for the interception. And those little things, I guess, come with experience. You learn how to push it, when to push it, and when not to. And once he gets that down, I think he's a young man, pretty good quarterback.
I'm impressed. You know, he's not looking at the safety, which he should be. You know, and it's a bad throw, and you're throwing it into a team meeting. Is that the phrase that Jules?
You never want to throw it into a team meeting.
No, never want to throw it into a team meeting. But you know, I'm impressed. One, his mobility. 2, his arm, and I see why they picked him now. I tell you the truth, I questioned it. Yeah. You know, I thought Darnold should have been the guy that stuck around, but it looks like they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, what about Brian Flores' defense, though, and the heart and soul of the defense, as well as Andrew Van
game call. I mean, he can do it all. He's a savvy type of player out there. It's a very aggressive defense. To have a guy like that to run around the field and be able to live up to the standards that Brian Flores needs, I mean, that's what's containing the Baltimore Ravens offense right now as well.
Van Ginkel reminds me of Bates Ventura, Pet Detective. Yeah. Every time I hear that name, it just makes me happy, man.
I love his long hair, too.
All Minnesota fans are happy with a 1-point lead right now. Keep in mind, later on today, America's Game of the Week. Most of you will see Puka Nacua and the Rams taking on the 49ers. That huge matchup in the NFC West. But another half coming your way later on. Earlier on the pregame show, we saluted Americans' veterans as we had a bunch of troops on the field with us as part of our Verizon play of the day.
I was 4 for 4.
You were?
You were.
The Verizon Halftime Show is brought to you by Verizon, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
The finish line is in sight.
The most addictive night on TV hits the home stretch. And one player looms large.
Jonathan is a huge threat.
This guy. Then the $1 million pressure continues to rise.
The upset of the season!
All new 99 to beat after the floor, Wednesday on Fox.
Minnesota Rusco closed. TWS Remodeling is stepping up. 50% off to finish your project.
In the Northland, we're gearing up for winter by owning the cold and never letting it slow us down. With winter-ready features that make it that much easier. The only right way to get out there this season is in a Ford SUV that can handle it all. Now get $4,000 bonus cash on a new 2025 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Practicing law in the Midwest is different from other areas of the country because it's just the people we have. We kind of like Midwest nice thing. People want to make sure they do the right thing for each other and that what they're doing makes sense, it's practical, it's reasonable. And I think lawyers that understand that, embody that, makes a big difference. That's one of the things why our job is so important. We know that the decisions we make and the guidance we give and the results that we achieve, it's going to make a difference for this person each and every day of their life and their family's life.
I just opened a checking account at Old National Bank, earned an amazing bonus. Boom.
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 Yeah, I'll probably get around to it.
Boom. Boom.
Wow. Everyone's getting a bonus.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah, I should probably get on this bonus thing.
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities.
Boom!
Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all?
Well,
You've got the tech. You've got the drive. And now you've got Toyota value.
Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Camry for $299 a month, or lease a 2026 Corolla for $219 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, later today, we've got you covered with America's Game of the Week. It's a West Coast showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Plus, others will catch Jared Goff and the Lions marching on to D.C. to take on Marcus Mariota and the Commanders. It's an action-packed afternoon, and all starts at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 Pacific, only here on Fox.
Football is everything to me.
So what are your dreams?
I'm dreaming big.
He's the quarterback at USC.
It's a huge opportunity. I know how hard you worked to get here, but nothing is guaranteed. Keep your eye on the ball. Look, I know what you think of me, but I've had to fight to get here. Sometimes we have to switch up the play.
Nice catch, quarterback.
Jones Sr. and the Minnesota Vikings with a 1-point lead over the Ravens at the break. The second half straight ahead on Fox.
You got this.
Oh, Pain Relief TV.
So I'm a tech guy. I've been in the tech world forever. I sold one of my companies, and when I did,
Our time. Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
Escape to Grand Casino, where you'll find more upgrades, more free play, more perks, more points, and more fun than those other casinos. Same play, better perks. Grand Casino.
It's easy to take freedom for granted. But it didn't just happen. Freedom was fought for, cried for, bled for. We understand no gesture of gratitude will ever be sufficient. Today and every day, we remember those who served steadfast for duty, honor, and country. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten.
Engines red, are you listening?
On to drive, fuel efficient, such beautiful style. We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda.
No, they're not.
Where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland.
Like your commanders don't lose their spirit.
Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
Vikings gonna beat the Packers next week, so I'm not even worried
This
about it.
broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Jones to the left, and Jones to the end zone. Vikings on top early. McCarthy floating it for Jefferson downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. That was today's game flow presented by Progressive. A 10-9 lead for the home team here in Minnesota. Lamar Jackson, 102 yards. J.J. McCarthy, 130 yards. And that interception in the first half. Welcome back to the booth at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis alongside Daryl Johnston. I'm Kevin Kugler. Two teams playing with a real sense of urgency in a one-point game, the result at halftime.
Yeah, and I think when you go up against the Baltimore Ravens and you've got Lamar Jackson there, we talked about his ability as a passer, but you always have to keep in the back of your mind his ability to scramble and extend it and really hit the big plays. I think we need to compliment Minnesota's defense. They came in, we're going to be aggressive when we pass rush them. It's got to be a total team effort. You can't put a spy on the most athletic guy on the field and expect one person to stop him. So it's been more of a group effort. They've pressured him. They've gotten to him. They've moved him off his spot from time to time. Now, remember last week when they played the Dolphins on Thursday night? It was the big thing there was kind of a sluggish first half. I don't want to say they were sluggish, this half, but they just turned it on the second half. So I'm interested to see what Todd Monken and this Ravens offense does here. And again, J.J. McCarthy Just that one mistake. I think that one interception. If he has it all over to do again, has it to do it all over again, he's going to continue to run as he climbs in the pocket because there was nobody really open at that point. So just that one mistake in the first half. Let's see where he picks up here to start the second.
Miles Price from the 2-yard line for Minnesota. Vikings won the toss, elect to defer, and they'll have the football to start things off from the 24-yard line. Allison Williams caught up with Kevin O'Connell. What'd you find out?
Yeah, he felt like offensively they would move the ball well, and then they would have a penalty and get off schedule in 3rd and long, couldn't convert, and that's really what's hurt this team. He said, for us, it's about doing the small things, using the details to ignite us. He said, we cannot go backwards. We have to focus on those small things to stay on schedule and sustain some positive momentum, which he said has to start right here to start the second half.
And they start right here at the 24-yard line on 1st down and 10, and it's Jones with the carry up the middle, and Jones into the secondary.
All right, Jones.
It's a good way to get started if you're Kevin O'Connell's offense. Jones bursting up the middle for 17.
And a nice job right here. You're going to see everybody kind of climb in here and just create this big gap. Everybody's coming down. Really nice job by Jordan Addison. It doesn't have to be a lot. You just have to occupy that safety dropping in. That allowed Aaron Jones to get to that second level.
6 carries for 14 yards in the first half for Jones. 1 carry for 17 here in the second. Toss play to Jones. Trying to get to the corner, and the legs knocked out from under him as he hurdles to the 46-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play. Nate Wiggins chopping him down from underneath.
Yeah, Vikings gonna win this one, buddy.
86 yards, they get 7 points. The rest of the first half, that Ravens defense stiffened.
Well, and we've seen this before, right? Yep. And this is kind of how this offense has gone through the first 3 games with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. At times, it looks really, really efficient. And then at other times, it really struggles. So I think that when you hear the conversation that Allison had with Coach O'Connell, it is in the details. And that one was lacking in the first half.
On 2nd and 5 off the play fake, McCarthy will check it short. The catch made by Addison, who spins off contact and is close to the first down. Nate Wiggins didn't wrap him up. And Addison gets about a half-yard shy of a first.
And just making plays, too. Not just doing your job, but making some plays. And that's what Jordan Addison does right there. That's a good catch, but it's what he does afterwards. I mean, able to kind of bounce off Nate Wiggins and extend that down the field.
So it's 3rd and short now for Minnesota, just across
No, they don't.
the midfield strike.
Vikings are moving the ball, dude.
On 3rd and 1, McCarthy looking deep. Down the middle, Jefferson and Humphrey get tangled up, and it's an interception by Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey trying to find some room to run, and Humphrey out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, so you're trying to hit the big play on a 3rd and short, and it's just not there. You see the little stumble right here by Justin Jefferson. Just kind of gets caught up with Marlon Humphrey, and now it's just one player down there. Easy interception for the Baltimore Ravens.
Man, come on, man.
The road can be a wild place. There are all kinds of drivers out there. That's why Progressive Snapshot personalizes your insurance rate based on your driving. So you're not stuck paying for someone else's mistakes. What? Is there something wrong with my hair?
Whopper, Wednesday, $3.99. Whopper on Wednesday, $3.99. Wait, what did you say? For real? Seriously? Happy day, having your way.
What you got to say?
New Balance. We got now.
Love that.
So for Mom, I was thinking...
I thought she didn't want anything.
Oh, like when she says she doesn't want any fries?
Yeah, she eats all her fries.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get their best deal without needing the most expensive plan.
Good call.
And you know, she loves her selfies.
Who's that?
No clue.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. The most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
It was my idea.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. In the GMC Sierra, or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,500 on this Sierra 1500 model. That's 20% below MSRP.
Training day starts with assessment. First, the weight room. Then it's straight to conditioning. Okay, that was clean. Quick pose for the cameras, and it's to the lake where I keep my mental game strong. Keep my energy right, darker Celsius.
J.J. McCarthy's second interception thrown.
That's
today.
twice he's doing a pick.
Targeting
Twice.
Justin Jefferson 6 times this year. Justin Jefferson has been targeted and the pass intercepted by the defense.
Well, which is now the most in the NFL, depending on what happens with Juwan Jennings and the Niners, who was targeted 5 times with interceptions.
And now Lamar Jackson to the air on first down, and that's deflected by Harrison Smith. And here comes the flag. Looking for Isaiah Likely, and Likely a pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. They've already placed at the spot of the foul. It's first down.
Let's go back to the other play, the big interception a moment ago.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with this, right? It's 3rd and short. You're the worst 3rd and short team in the NFL. So, hey, we're going to take a shot. You get what you want. Justin Jefferson, one-on-one, middle of the field, wide open. And you don't execute it on the outside. Now, that ball is off of J.J. McCarthy's hands already before the stumble. You're going to come back on 4th down if it's incomplete and go for it. But I agree with the play call. It's not executed well, especially on the outside by Justin Jefferson.
Well, sidearm zip to Zay Flowers. Flowers slamming on the brakes and out of bounds near the 26. Isaiah Rodgers chasing him out there.
I tell you, we saw that at the end of half. This is just a different speed from Zay Flowers. Oh, I'm sorry, all the way inside. My fault on that one there. But that is just a different speed. When he's getting out into space, you can see why he's such a handful with the football in his hand.
34% of their total receiving yards this year for Zay Flowers. Oft-targeted, regardless of who the quarterback is. From the eye, first down and 10. Jackson off his spot to the outside. Positive yardage and much more. Inside.
Get the fuck out of here.
Goes Charlie Kohler. He's had a touchdown in each of the last 2 games. He ends up 4 yards shy of another here, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, just a little bit of an issue with some pursuit. Andrew Van Ginkel here. Let's keep our eyes on him, see if we can keep him in frame. He's dropping into coverage right there. The ball goes to the outside, and just that angle as he's coming in, he allows Charlie Kohler to get back inside on him.
First down and goal from the 4. The handoff to Henry and Jalen Redmond. Right there to pounce on him. One of the real cool success stories this year in the National Football League. Jalen Redmond coming out of spring football.
Absolutely.
In the UFL, and he has, the last couple of years, just continued to see his role grow in the NFL.
Yeah, playing with the Arlington Renegades. And when you get to call a guy like Bob Stoops and say, hey, tell me about this Jalen Redmond guy, you know, does he have the ability to get up here? Since he's been here in Minnesota, I got a chance to talk with some of the people in the organization about him and just what he does. He's the most consistent defensive lineman this year.
Jackson in some trouble. Dancing away. Chased now by Van Ginkel, and he'll throw this one away. He saw pressure from Grenard, then the pressure from Van Ginkel, and it's 3rd and goal.
And you've got to be able to get him off of his spot. We showed a little bit of that there in the first half. And you're going hard play action here, expected to try and find somebody in the end zone. And now you're in trouble, right? You got Andrew Van Ginkel coming. He's not coming from an angle. He was coming straight ahead, trying to get that sack.
Two for 7 on 3rd down today. Jackson Nobody open. All the way back to the 20. He'll throw this out of the back of the end zone. Vikings defense stiffening inside the 10. And the field goal unit trotting on for Baltimore, looking for the lead.
Well, that's a great job by the coverage group. Yeah, give my hand clap there, Coach. That's outstanding because that's a long time to cover with a quarterback who's really, really good at keeping his eyes downfield, even when he's under pressure.
.22-yard field goal try for Tyler Luke. And the Ravens take the lead 12-10. 3 trips to the red zone today. The Ravens with 3 field goals in those 3 trips.
Wow. I don't know. I was trying to get my trash bag cover on my air conditioner.
Walk away with $1 billion.
Keep the cold from coming in.
No one has ever survived. This game is rigged. We know a way to beat it, but we have to work together. Okay, you ready? This is gonna work. The biggest underdog win in game show history.
I know. It's cold, man. Trying to keep the cold from coming in.
T-Mobile is the best place to get the powerful new iPhone 17. Hold on, is this big enough?
Is what big enough?
I should dance. How do you guys feel it? 4 iPhones, no trading. I got rhythm.
Get fired up. At T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
I'm gonna do a flip. Nailed it.
Whatever energy drink she had, I want some.
Tender love and care makes a life worth living.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Book Celebrity Cruises Black Friday event today.
That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts with Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
Tired of sifting through jobs that don't feel like the right fit?
Nah, not over here.
Find the job that's right for you.
J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work with his team now down 2, 10-19 to play in the 3rd. That interception turning into 3 points, trying to hit Justin Jefferson, and they could not connect.
I know ever since the season started, man, a lot of teams been guarding Jefferson really good this past year from not getting a whole lot of opens.
From the goal line. Miles Price across the 20-yard line and good coverage by the Ravens.
Oh, come on.
The ball popping out at the 23-yard line. Everybody sorting through that pile.
Yeah, Pats are doing good, Joey.
They're trying to get everybody unstacked. Ravens are saying it's their ball. Vikings, surprisingly, are saying it's their ball, but it is Baltimore football. Price coughs it up, and the 3rd turnover, it goes back to the Ravens.
Again.
DeAndre Jackson, the rookie from Illinois State, who comes up with the football.
They are.
Well, we always forget about that 3rd phase of the football game. And
they're playing the Bucks tough.
Price is coming off an outstanding game.
How can you drop that, dude?
And there's the fall right there. Was his knee down before that ball came out? See if we can see it here. Nope. It's up. So a 61-yard kickoff return, a 99-yard touchdown return called back. Baltimore has struggled a little bit with their coverage this season, and you're talking about John Harbaugh, former special teams coach. You know he's going to be on these items. So I really think that the Ravens have done a really nice job here this afternoon in that special teams stage.
Vikings fumble again. I mean, the dude fumbled.
Now, we had a great conversation with John Harbaugh about their plans and their thoughts on this evolving dynamic kickoff. They had great coverage on that kickoff, and it ends up getting him a football. Now Jackson, off play action, Lamar going to run with it. And the two-time MVP down to the 18-yard line. 5-yard scramble for Lamar Jackson. But those special teams have not exactly been as special this year for the Ravens. They allow almost 25 yards per kick return, over 9 yards per punt return, but it has been better today.
It has been. It really has. And you mentioned, people are still getting used to this dynamic kickoff and trying to figure it out, and it's gone through a couple of changes already here as we get to week 10.
Yeah.
Second down and 5 at the 18. Likely the motion man. Lamar Jackson will keep it to the edge. Steps through the diving Jonathan Grenard and ends up short of the first down by about 2. And we've got an injured Viking, and it is Jonathan Grenard. This linebacking core, maybe the strength of this Vikings defense, and Grenard plays a huge role. Brian Flores concerned about his lineman.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
Fine, look at the port side. Missed again. How bad is it?
What are we doing? So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There's going to work, and then there's building a business with Business Platinum. There's nothing like having the backing to help keep your business booming, or working on the fly with the largest global airport lounge network. There's nothing like closing a deal with an unforgettable dinner, and starting your work trip on a high note with the largest curated global hotel program, while getting exceptional service worldwide.
Thank you so much.
With access to over $3,500 in business and travel value annually, there's nothing like Business Platinum.
You are not going to want to miss this next trip.
My horseman. Open sesame.
Worth a try?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I got to put tape on this.
Here's to the stuff that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop is here.
Are you kidding me? Fox Wednesday is the most addictive night on television. It's a no-brainer.
This changes everything.
All new 99 to beat after the floor. Wednesdays on Fox.
A moment ago, Jonathan Grenard heading into the blue medical tent, clearly favoring that left arm, left shoulder area. Mark Andrews, a toss to Jackson. And Jackson will motor around the edge for a first down. Derrick Henry blocking for his quarterback, who took it on a pitch from a tight end. In other words, a very normal, unusual play.
Yeah, right. Hey, wait a minute. Usually you see the quarterbacks go way outside, but when you have somebody as athletic as Lamar Jackson, we got to get Mark Andrews to work on that pitch a little bit. Not on the back shoulder.
You speak of the athleticism. This is athletic. Look at that.
Hey, Mark. How about, we've been working on this for a couple of weeks now. How about getting that thing right out in front of me?
So now Jackson, with pressure in his face, throws to the end zone off the hands of Rashad Bateman, incomplete.
with a really nice
It
throw.
would do for right now.
Back shoulder, but he's going to be
What's the score?
through right past Josh Metellus right there. And a small window. He's got it on the back shoulder a little bit, but good anticipation as he comes into that open window.
I checked the score.
2nd down and 10. Jackson looks for Bateman. He plucks it, turns upfield. Bateman lunging for the goal line. He's down at the 1. Rodgers kept him out of the end zone for the moment. It's a 10-yard gain on the play. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line.
And they're going to go quick. Yeah, you got a bunch of guys lined up on the outside here. You come out real quick and get that into one of your playmakers' hands. Let him run in after the catch.
And Justice Hill to the goal line, trying to burrow in for the touchdown. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown, Baltimore. And now an 18-10 lead as they cash in on the Price fumble on the kickoff return.
Yeah, and the big thing there, what's been going on all afternoon, is that blitzer bluff with Brian Flores in this defense. They had everybody walked up, and are those guys going to drop back out and drift into the throwing lanes? On that one, they brought everybody that had walked up, and that left Rashad Bateman outside one-on-one with Isaiah Rodgers.
Now a 19-10 Baltimore lead, cashing in on Vikings miscues. This one on the kickoff return. The fumble by Price turns into 6. 13 of the 19 Ravens points. Off.
Well, I know, right? Making coffee, I know, Joey. I need to get some hot chocolate, too. Finna start getting colder over here, so gotta start drinking hot chocolate. Coffee is good.
Enter TurboTax. Introducing Arby's steak nuggets. Perfectly seared, perfectly smoked. It's like if your favorite steakhouse.
I think it's gonna be 45 over here on Tuesday as well.
Arby's your new favorite steakhouse?
Gotta start wearing my coat soon.
Santa.
Seedy, breaking those DB's ankles is not very nice.
But those routes sure are. Woo!
Santa approves that sideline swagger.
Tell me about it. I know. They getting ready, boy. The snow getting ready. Gotta stay home, cook some home good soup.
Did anyone approve this?
Might do that one day this weekend. Make some homemade soup.
Hey, co-pilot. I want to go there. What sort of thrust is this?
Yeah, it's no snow right now here in Minnesota.
What is it?
But we're gonna get snow eventually. Don't worry, we're gonna get some snow.
Help me turn my portfolio into a bio. Inspired by her cat Ziggy, Jenna's work is a contrast of sturdy form and wild color. I like that. How about that hat? Let's talk about that chair. Do you see what I'm highlighting? You're talking to your computer.
Can you show me how?
Show me that visual.
Oh, that's nice. What would you like me to do next?
No, I gotta get some more ideas though.
Paradise doesn't always happen.
I love it, man. Thank you, Joey. I love my air fryer.
Corona.
I need to get some garlic bread, but if I don't go to the store today, I get some tomorrow.
Justice Hill
Garlic
is
bread.
on the carry of the day and a touchdown. It's a pretty good percentage of scoring per carry. 19-10. The advantage now for the Ravens with 8:02 to go in the third. 3 takeaways, 13 points off those takeaways.
What's up, Roy Boss?
And now Price, who fumbled a moment ago.
Don't fumble this time, my guy.
You know he wants to make amends.
God damn. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
Initially in the hands of one of his teammates who moved it forward, and then it fell out of his hands. And on the second straight kickoff return, the Vikings.
No, I'm not doing okay.
Do they retain possession? They do.
That's twice. Dude fumble, man. Damn.
Goodness.
Damn.
Ben Jurasic is going to be the guy at the bottom of that pile. Miles Price going to give him a high five and jog off the field with him. Sometimes you're trying to do too much, right?
Right.
You do
Damn.
a big mistake, and it comes off of your own players. It's actually contact by his own teammates, so it is Ben Jurasic that kind of caused that.
Yep.
Tavier Thomas has it. He loses.
Dude fumbled twice. The kicker, man. The kicker fumbled twice.
He had it and lost it, and he kept fighting for it at the bottom.
My goodness.
Well, Lucky's one of the teammates got it back for us, man. Lucky.
Here's Mason. And Jordan Mason, good run on first down to the 46-yard line.
Yep.
We kind of saw this on the last series.
They were doing good at first in the first half. I don't know, made them lose to the second.
Some linemen, you got your fullback in front of you, so you know this is if they can lean on this again. You know, get these guys, you know, in that run game, get them leaning forward, try to take advantage.
And there was movement up front on the left side of that offensive line. McCarthy's cadence by his own man.
If they can score, stop turning over the ball with interceptions, yeah, they can win.
Who flinched
They really could.
on the outside. 3 false starts at home for Minnesota.
We talked about what an advantage this creates for the home team and how challenging it is and how limited you can be at the line of scrimmage as the visiting team on the offensive side of the ball. But it's been the Vikings on the offensive side of the ball that have struggled with some of just the normal operations.
First and 15. McCarthy over the middle.
I'm doing good. Watching the game. How's your day going?
48-yard line and 2 more after that. So it's second down. Second and 8 from the 48. McCarthy out of the backfield. It's Mason on the edge. And a good open field tackle by Marlon Humphrey. Leaves him 2 yards short of the first down.
And here's a really big snap right here. You know, this Minnesota Vikings team has struggled here. You know,
Nice.
To start this second half, and they've got to get something positive. Everything has gone the Ravens' way here in the third quarter.
And it's the down and distance that's caused Minnesota trouble all year long. Third and short. Mason stays in at running back. That's Thielen in motion. Now Addison goes in motion on 3rd and 2. McCarthy to throw. It's batted at the line by Kyle Hamilton, and it's incomplete. We have seen him so many different places on the field. He lines up
16-0.
I don't know what we're doing here.
But you're still going to have a good record, though, Joey. Think about it. Your team got a better record.
You have to know Kyle Hamilton is incredibly athletic. You can't have your head go forward. And
Hey.
that's exactly what happened. I thought maybe it was going to be a screen to Jordan Mason, but I think it was just really poor technique in pass pro.
Offense stays on the
I know, fuck the Colts. I'm a Titans fan. Fuck the Colts.
4th and 2 for Minnesota.
8-2.
McCarthy looking. Trying to fit it into Jordan Addison. There is a flag down. Nate Wiggins on the coverage. The flag is on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, I don't know if this is offensive pass interference because number one, it's not a yard down the line.
That's okay.
Adam Thielen, did he engage in the? It might be the fact that Adam Thielen.
Yeah, you know, guys, let me put this iPhone on my charger. I'll catch y'all later on Will Stream tonight of The Simpsons or Bob Burgers tonight. I'll be back on. I don't want my iPhone to do like it did the last time. Cut off in the stream where I cannot end the stream, so I'll see y'all later.
No frustration.
That's true.
On the Vikings side, and Roquan Smith trying to chase
Like,
off
share,
his
subscribe
teammates on
at
the other side of the
T-Bechilln.
field.
Like, share, subscribe at Tony Loves Fighting Games. I'll see y'all later. On tonight, either with the Simpsons or might do the Simpsons first and then do balls. I don't know, but I'm doing one of them tonight. Peace.
So you bridge the
Bye,
penalty.
Joy. Bye, everyone.
15 yards added on for Baltimore.